Ok, thì chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với channel của mình. Thì sau một khoảng thời gian gọi là giải quyết cái tựa game khí ho cò gáy này thì hơi giỡn á. Ý là sau khi mình giải quyết viết nhựa rồi làm hết á, thì bây giờ mình đã quay trở lại với lại cái cốt truyện chính. Ủa mong cốt truyện đâu ta? À bấm gì để zoom gần zoom xa thôi. Giờ mới viết ông nội. Ờ, muốn vô quét sao ta? Khó chịu nha. Tới giờ mình vẫn chưa thuộc bấm cho đây nè. Ủa phải hả? Trời ơi khổ quá. Lâu lâu quá không chơi này, test nút cái đây nè. Thì bây giờ mình đang tiếp tục làm cái nhiệm vụ ma thần. Thì bây giờ mãi mới xong đây. Mình phải quét xong hết mọi thứ rồi mình mới tận tay mình thưởng thức cái cốt truyện đúng như mục đích của trò chơi. Thì ok, thì bây giờ mình tạo xong cái cốt truyện ờ, gọi là trao đổi với Thảo Thần về lý lịch của mình xong rồi. Thì vì hiện tại mình đang nói chung là một khoảng thời gian để gọi là xử con mỏ hổn đó đã, rồi một số thông tin bên lề bên đó. Thì bây giờ mình sẽ làm tiếp cái nhiệm vụ. Thì trong mình nói chứ mình có cái này mình cũng nói là trong cái quá trình mà mình làm ủy thác tại ở đây á, thì vô tình mình có chạm tới cái vùng nhiệm vụ, cho nên là nó nhảy mất cái cutscene mà mình không thể nào tiếp tục được, nên là mình phải chơi tiếp. Mình phải làm tiếp những cái râu rì trước, sau rồi mình mới ấy ra là bị skip hết một vài đoạn, gọi là một vài đoạn hội thoại, nhưng mà mình nghĩ là nó không quan trọng đâu. Thì bây giờ mình sẽ tiếp tục với lại cái cốt truyện. Thì mình đang ở cái phân khúc mà mình đang trao đổi với lại hai ông anh dưới kia, hai ông anh viết luận văn dưới kia. Thì vô tình mình thấy mô chề lại đi lên trên đây. Thì bây giờ mình sẽ đi lên hướng này để mình gặp mô chề. Té, nói chung là chưa có sử dụng tay controller một cách hoàn chỉnh. Thánh địa, nơi ở, chắc nơi ở của thần quá ấy. Có ai dưới đâu mà. Đây cho mình chút. Chết tôi rồi, nghe một cái tập luôn. Chết tôi rồi. Thấy đường. Ok. Ủa ai á? Bé Hảo kìa. Yeah, cu trèo nè. Rồi từ từ. Wow yeah, trời.
Traveler Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... it's him!
Đủ phân tơi.
Sure enough, you're here.
Đến là sao?
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be laughed at? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumero would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you?
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
Phải là
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal.
nó đọc được suy nghĩ mà, đâu lừa được đâu, đó là
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Đổi 2 cái gnosis để
one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more
đổi
about
2
that
cái
in
gnosis
the
để lấy 2
fullness
thông
of
tin.
time. The Balladeer's power was
Thiệt,
all but
mình còn rùng người
completely
luôn
spent
á.
after your battle.
Mình
He's
còn
no
rùng
longer strong enough to be
với
a
lại
strategic threat to
cái gọi
us.
là
That puts him in quite a
mình lại quên rồi.
precarious position.
Cái thông tin thứ nhất là mình là kẻ đổ bộ thứ 2. Rồi cái gì á, tự nhiên mình quên ngang nè. Không, mà nói chung là cái 2 thông tin nó rất là chiến. Mình nhắc tới một con rùng mình nè, tại vì mình với tựa game này mình rất hứng thú với Khaenri'ah, cái quốc gia bị hủy diệt 500 năm trước. Mình rất muốn mà sau khi mà 7 quốc gia nó xong hết rồi á, thì quốc gia cuối cùng là quốc gia diệt vong Khaenri'ah sẽ xuất hiện để cho chúng ta khám phá ở đó. Thôi thì quay lại với câu chuyện tiếp.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Former? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nihira, don't listen to him! And let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nihira, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
Me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, do you have an update on that?
Highlight.
You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly. Exactly! Or what if... Piper just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on.
Kẻ đổ
How
bộ.
things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back.
Chỉ có nhà lữ
And
hành là mặc
traveler,
đồ rất là giống người
I
của đảo
know
Thiên
what
Không.
your heart desires most of
Hiểu ý
all.
mình đúng không?
Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure,
Đúng
really.
nè.
You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned.
Có cơ
Even
hội
though he only has a fraction of his
tìm
full
hiểu.
power left, that's still a fraction of a former harbinger. If you could accompany him,
Quan chấp hành.
it would put my mind at ease. Of course,
Ban chấp
I'll
hành
be there
trung
to
ương.
help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Để tôi giúp này nè. Ồ, lộn bóng lộn bên đây chứ.
Great, thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Đùi. Cho vô biết cảnh à.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Ủa?
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Không nhảy được, không đánh được luôn. Được. Nơi này nhiều lúc có bí ẩn nha. Từ từ. Ơi, nhưng mà vô lý. Tại sao cái màu này? Thôi kệ nó đi. Tính nói nó giống như Nazuma quá. Không nhảy được. Nhảy được thì chơi làm gì? Không chạy được luôn, không đánh được luôn.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smart!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy! It's unbearable!
Mà mấy tên này khó chịu thế nha. Bực mình quá. Cười bên leo.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted.
Bỏ hộ biết nó quen.
Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Mỏ tên này hỗn thật nữa chứ, kiểu cười, kiểu nó cái đài á, giống như nó thuần Việt á, nên là nó không,
Wow.
cái con chữ này chuyên
So
nghiệp lắm.
this is the inside of Irminsul.
Tại vì cái Ensup cũng sử dụng những cái từ rất là điện ảnh, rất là học thuật nữa.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Nhưng mỏ nó ổn quá, mình nghe luôn.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go
Ê
running
nè.
off in here.
Ê nè.
What would happen?
Trời má ơi. Lúc này nhìn
What are you smirking at?
má nhìn Paimon hơi bị cute. Mấy nào mà chê Paimon của tôi chắc đập bố đấm chết. Nhìn kìa. Em chắc tôi để cái scene này tôi để tới tối tới sáng mai luôn quá. Kiểu bye vòng. Rồi kìm ném lại.
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Nó sẽ biết là đi bộ đúng không? Anh trai nhìn có vẻ ngầu. Mình cứ tưởng là sẽ
These
chơi
sapling
một chuyện
things
lại
have
lâu.
spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Vậy bây giờ phải chơi Camoche hệ không mới chịu. Hệ tự do, freedom. Mày đi trước đi, tao bắt đi trước. Tao
It
lại
looks
luôn.
the same in every direction.
Dĩa cung. Một chạm luôn nè. Đi trước luôn
No
nè.
wonder you mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
Ủa tưởng đụng vô không được chứ.
Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
Lại cười.
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Đúng rồi. Chai đồ mình còn không tin nữa kìa.
We're here.
What a
Bữa gặp
huge
trong cái sự
tree!
kiện mà chuẩn bị tiền đề để
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
rồi có trả lời câu nào không?
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Kiểu nhàn rỗi nhàn
Traveler,
thôi.
Paimon, would you like to talk?
Wow, hay ta.
Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Tạo group
What the?
đích
We
cọt.
can talk to each other inside our heads?
Đàm mạng giúp bên môn của té thế. Làm sao đây? Damn man, look. Thằng mặt trăng gì cái chuyện đó không quan trọng đâu, mốt tính. Ok.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this
Liên
before.
hệ kênh
This
chat
is
phải.
So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Tôi nghĩ cái việc chạy vặt nữa địch.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers. Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Trời, tôi thuộc hàng chân thần luôn rồi.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns
Đứa
out,
kêu
he
tao
can
hoài.
get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of
Dạy
puppets,
Paimon lại.
we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
Trời má một.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything
Ba lên
yet?
hồn nói chuyện.
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait,
Ông
how
anh
do you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Rồi, câu dưới đi.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
Nghe đổ bộ.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement.
no.
You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Whoa!
Trời ơi, cute thế. Nhưng mà đợt đang tập trung fuck man. Cứ vậy.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. All the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with the Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this. where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You
You!
đây. Adu.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
There's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui?
What
do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it. That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
400 năm trước.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him
Wait,
my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
Mình sẽ điều tra cái số liệu về độ tuổi của nhân vật Genshin và hai cái thông tin của Gen nó xích lôi với lại nó xích
just wants to use other people. The only ones.
Biết rồi, nhớ rồi. Cái Gen xích lôi cho biết là
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, already dead.
Trời.
What a pity.
Gớm thiệt chứ, trời ơi.
Jester, I have completed
Này
the
mà player
task
bộ
you
mới nói
gave
sao?
me, creating a gap and
Rồi.
infiltrating Inazuma's
Rồi,
inner
vừa qua
workings.
một quan chấp hành nữa.
What
Đã
fun
quá.
it was.
Doctor.
I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Gì gớm nha.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Doctor thì rồi sao? I mean, đừng làm tao sợ. Quê âm đừng làm anh sợ nhá. Mày làm anh hơi rén rồi đấy nhá.
Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
Wow, chị chọn hai
But
đi.
why did we see things from his perspective?
Dude.
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be
Thế
the
là
truth.
Doctor
Maybe
sợ
so.
là-
But it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Gì cũng Doctor đi. Đù, má cay vãi.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be
Rồi thì
anywhere
chồng
near him right
người
now.
đi phóng lòi cái là giật tung hai quả bự luôn bây giờ đi.
They need to give him some time to process his emotions.
I'm still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this
Oh
someday.
shit.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's
Thật
when the
biến
trouble
thân nữa.
began.
Ghê.
It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me.
Đù. Ngược
What's in
ngạo
it?"
nha.
The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent
Một
servants.
tái chim
The
lộn trái
mechanic
tim.
removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer
Đạt
was
gớm nha.
stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the
Gớm nha.
filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Ghê bên đấy, sợ chứ. Tối khó ngủ nha, ghê mà.
Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Wow. Bí ẩn là
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
vô được. Hello, hello, hello. Ủa vậy đâu? Ơi. À đợi chút hả? Trời má ơi, tưởng cái gì.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Còn giận ông cưng, nhưng mà cái cốt truyện hay nha. Ý là nội
Hey,
dung.
you alright?
Trời ơi, cái mặt.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
Nội dung.
But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Shit.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of that.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Cứ gọi là nhà lữ hành nhưng đất biết nhà lữ hành là ai.
Don't thank me just yet.
Nguồn gốc ở đâu?
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Wait.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself.
Wow,
You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
Má, cái gì chứ? Câu này quan trọng hơn.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this.
Trời má.
Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Okay.
Huh? What have you done?
Đừng có lộn má.
Lesser Lord
Vô
Kusanali
mày.
was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Wait.
Give me your hand.
Nắm tay nhau trên đường tung tăng vui ngày phai. Will you marry me?
Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Trộm gì gớm vậy? Thay đổi quá khứ gì chứ? Gì chứ?
Huh? What the? What happened? I not only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping
Vậy
me.
ý là quá khứ nào chứ?
So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Dừng lại.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh shit.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Wait, what?
Oh no, he's really gone.
Đất sợ bia.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now?
No,
I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
Quý vị có
It was the
nghe tôi nói
Balladeer's
không?
fault. He shut you out.
Cuộc chiến của lập trình viên á.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I am not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Đúng là một cái thông tin khá là đắt giá, nhưng mà cũng khiến cho cái người ta trải nghiệm thấy rùng mình nữa. Càng ngày thấy càng đáng sợ.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
No. Chúng ta quên cái phần đó rồi. I mean, gớm nha. Damn, man.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right! You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Cái luận điệu này trẻ thơ vãi lời.
Why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Ooh, Paimon's so confused.
Đồ giống như đại vương đúng không? Trời ơi, ăn hại.
Sorry, Paimon accidentally.
Rồi chút xíu rồi đụng trong bể đó.
It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress.
Ăn rồi báo.
But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Nhưng mà chuyện sao không tưởng. Rồi làm một cái câu nghi vấn đi.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is over too. And it's still not working. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. And chicken mushroom skewers. Pea-break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Also, Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and...
Lại có chuyện gì nữa đây? Gì nữa? Gì mà gì mà không
What are we... What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't
Ủa mà sao
remember
từ
what she
đêm
was
đến sáng vậy?
talking about.
Thôi cái này không
What's
quan
it
trọng.
again?
Sáng rồi. Nói vô miệng.
The balladeer?
Balladeer?
Is that a food too? Huh.
Who?
Weird name though.
Holy mother man. Má gớm con. Damn. Scaramouche. Dude. I mean dude. Man. I mean,
what's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers.
Damn,
was it something Paimon said?
Oh shit, man.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Oh, wait, gớm bà là... Từ từ.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
Oh, ghê vậy. Đi chơi à?
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but
căng quá, mặt căng quá.
is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Đến đó đứa gì nên tôi nói sao cho? Thì sẽ rất là vui nếu mà có người xem nào mà xem tới khúc này. Bởi vì đây là cái lúc mà mình sẽ dành ra khoảng 5 đến 7 phút. Mình sẽ nói về những cái ý của mình. Những cái ý của mình liên quan với lại gọi là, chờ mình chút, cái ý của mình về cái mới là một phần của, mới chỉ là một phần. Mấy giờ này 12 giờ đó thấy không? Giờ vậy. Ý mình nói á, các bạn sẽ được nghe một số gọi là suy nghĩ của mình. Nó suy nghĩ mà này là những cái thông tin mình sâu chuỗi thôi. Những cái thông tin mình sâu chuỗi. Sau khi mà trước khi Dr. rời khỏi Sumeru thì đã có một cuộc giao dịch giữa hai người họ, và chúng ta được biết sau cùng đó là đó chính là câu chuyện thứ nhất. Hai câu chuyện, hai cái thông tin được đổi lấy bởi hai được đổi bằng Gnosis lôi và Gnosis thảo, đó là bầu trời Tây Vát không có thật. Đó là lần trước khi mà mình trải nghiệm cốt truyện thì bầu trời Tây Vát là thứ không có thật. Và hiện tại mình cũng ở ở Sumeru, nhưng mà mình vẫn chưa thấy cái gọi là đảo thiên không nằm đâu á. Mình cũng đang cảm thấy gọi là sợ hãi đây, kiểu nó làm cho mình cảm thấy vừa nghi vấn mà vừa kiểu ghê rợn á, kiểu như không phải ghê rợn mà kiểu như có cảm giác, làm cho mình cái cảm giác của mình nó căng lắm. Bầu trời Tây Bắc là giả. Đối với Gnosis Lôi thì chúng ta biết rằng chúng ta là kẻ đổ bộ thứ hai. Thì theo mình biết á là thì chúng ta là người thuộc thời đại Khenria của 500 năm trước, và một trong hai người mình á, gọi là sao ta, ý mình là một trong hai người mình đó chính là người anh người em á, thì là vậy đó. Thì mình là kẻ đổ bộ thứ hai hay sao đó, nói chung mình cũng chưa rõ nha. Để mình lên đây cái đã, kiếm chỗ đứng đó, nói chung là hơi bị mông lung. Đây, cái nơi cao nhất của hình như bên kia mới là cao nhất thì phải. Đây là nơi cao nhất của Sumeru đây, quá đã luôn đúng không em? Và hiện tại là mình cũng chưa thấy gọi là cái đảo thiên không nằm đâu hết. Thì hồi nãy cũng đã liệt kê rồi, mình chỉ nói những cái mà trên kênh này chưa có thôi, chưa nhắc tới thôi. Nếu quay về hướng đó thì nó là cái gì? Nếu quay về hướng này thì nó là đảo thiên không đấy. Bởi vì bên kia là cái nối tuyết, theo mình nghĩ là vậy. Tại vì nó cao tới gì thì không thể nào nó là cái quần ngọc cát được. Thôi quay về vấn đề chính. Thì với hai thông tin đó thì chúng ta là kẻ đổ bộ thứ hai. Không biết chúng ta bị dịch chuyển hay là chúng ta bị dịch chuyển tới tương lai á. Thay vì người đến từ tương lai về quá khứ thì mình lại là người đi đến tương lai. Mà cho nên là những cái gì tại Tây Bắc tương lai nó không ảnh hưởng tới mình. Như chuyện của đại vương, mình không biết đọc tên, đại vương tiền nhiệm của Sumeru, tức là bây giờ là tiểu vương, là bây giờ của Sanali là hiện tại. Và cái thông tin về mô chề thì lại không có, nói chung là không ảnh hưởng tới mình, mà mình vẫn nắm hết những thông tin đó. Điều mình lăn tăn nghi ngờ ở đây là điều mình suy nghĩ ở đây là mình muốn thảo luận với các bạn đó là liệu rằng kiểu như là mình vẫn chưa suy nghĩ được cái câu hỏi. Thì có lẽ là nếu mà mình sẽ đặt một cái câu hỏi dưới tiêu đề đi, sau khi mình suy nghĩ, mình thống kê, mình xem video này, mình sẽ đặt chắc tầm 3 câu hỏi liên quan tới video này, và gọi là hoặc là có thể mình sẽ tự tìm hiểu. Tại vì mình giống như là mình có một cái gọi là một cái, không biết coi tật xấu hay không, nhưng mà cái trải nghiệm của mình sau khi mà mình trải nghiệm cái cốt truyện chính mà nó liên quan tới lại một cái, liên quan đến gọi là một cái sự kiện chính á, xương sống của mạch truyện á, làm cho mình cảm giác rất là bồi hồi, kiểu như là cảm xúc mình lẫn lộn lắm, như mình vừa ngộ ra một cái vấn đề nào đó làm cho mình sợ, cũng mắng là sợ, mà nói chung là nó lu lắm. Thôi có lẽ là mình sẽ dành một cái video khác để mà nói về cái vấn đề này hơn, sau khi mình hoàn toàn có được thông tin, bình tĩnh hơn, tỉnh táo hơn, để mà mình gửi đến các bạn một cái video nó hoàn chỉnh hơn. Chứ bây giờ càng nói nó càng xảy ra nhiều vấn đề lắm. Thì thôi thì nói chung, nếu mà người xem nào á mà xem được tới khúc cuối á, mình sẽ làm một cái test để xem coi là liệu video của mình dài như gì nè. Dài là bởi vì cốt truyện nó dài, với lại mình cũng phải reaction cái cốt truyện, thì liệu rằng có ai xem tới cuối không, hay là chỉ xem clip xong rồi bỏ qua, để mình test coi coi là với 5 lượt đăng ký, mình rất là vui khi có 5 lượt đăng ký đó, thì liệu rằng là những người xem đó có thật sự là, không phải fan nhưng mà nói chung là người theo dõi mình tốt nhất với mình. Thôi thì không liên quan nữa, thì mình sẽ hẹn các bạn một cái video khác. Ok, bye bye.